There's a lot of questions on the internet, on Facebook and everywhere. People wonder, where can I hire a motorbike? Where can I hire a scooter? You know what? You can literally do it anywhere. The end. Okay, that's it. That's it, finished. The video finished. I don't have to do anything more. No, but seriously, there's like 3 ways you can do it. Number 1 is just ask a friend. Number 2, go to a motorbike rental. And number 3, you can do it online or with an app. Like 90% of Balinese people have side business as a motorbike rental. That's a fact I just came up with. And it's so true. No, but really, if you come to Bali and you have Airbnb, or maybe a hotel, just ask the host. There's lots of hotels and Airbnbs that have it like a side business, or they have a friend or they know a place that they can trust where you can hire a bike. I think that's one of the simplest way to get a scooter here in Bali. The second way is go to a bike rental. I mean, there's lots of bike rentals here in Bali, especially in touristy places. Just open the Google Maps, search for a bike rental, and there will be lots of bike rentals. The third way is that you can rent a bike online. There are many different sites that you can do it, where you can book your bike, but the easiest way is to do it through an app on the phone. There are also many other questions that people ask. Do you really need to give them your passport? And the answer is no. You can lend it to them so they can copy it. Lots of rental places need a copy of your passport, but never ever let them have your passport, because you actually need your passport while driving the scooter. You also need a piece of paper that's called STNK. All the bikes need that paper as proof of taxation, and they get the STNK renewed every year. You need the original to drive on the road. If it's a rental bike, it's okay to have a copy, and the police will be happy with that. It's also a good idea to write down the phone to the rental shop, just in case you need help. How much does the bike cost in Bali? Actually, prices vary here a lot, depending on which bike shop you go to, and also the prices vary depending on how long you will stay here. If you stay here longer and you rent the bike for longer, let's say a month, it will be cheaper to rent it per day. And also the prices will vary on what kind of bike you want. If you want small, old, shitty scooter that is beaten up, yeah, it's gonna be the cheapest alternative. But if you want like a new scooter or bigger bike or KLX, the prices will be a little bit higher. So expect that. And I advise you to not just go to one place and rent, just go around different places, ask for the price, then you will know and estimate how much it should cost. If you want to drive a scooter in Bali, you do need a driver's license and you need international driver's permit. If you have a driver's license from your country, it's not valid here. As you may know, many tourists drive anyway. That's why the police like to stop them, because they know most of the tourists don't have a valid driver's license. Most tourists choose to pay the maximum amount of fine directly to the police. That's another reason why the police like to stop white people, because they don't have the driver's license and they have to pay the fine, and they usually pay the maximum fine, and the police usually don't write you a ticket, they just pocket the money. So be aware of that. Drive legally here, or don't. Also, what you need to do when you get the bike, check tires. You don't want to ride around on a bike that has worn tires or the tires that don't have enough pressure. It can be dangerous and not comfortable. Those kind of issues are easily fixable and are cheap to do. So if the tires are not up to snuff, that means the rest of the bike's probably not up to snuff as well. So just pick another place or just another bike. Brakes are actually really important. When you get a new bike, just check the brakes. Because one time when I was looking at the bike, the brakes were working. Like, you can brake normally, but if you really press it really hard, they release. And you tend to press harder when you need the brakes the most. So imagine like you go in really fast and you have to brake really fast, and you press the brake really, really hard, and then it releases the pressure and everything. Yeah, you can get yourself killed. So do double check the brakes, that they're working, that they fully lock the wheel and everything like that. If not, take another bike. Turn signals are also important here in Bali and everywhere else in the world. When you drive here in Bali, you will notice that some people don't use the turn signal, or sometimes maybe they use the wrong turn signal. The turn signals will tell people behind you not to drive into you, and if you want to turn left, it will tell people behind you not to go past you on the left side. So it's really important for your life safety and for other people around you as well. So double check that turn signals work in front and on the back. And the same goes for the brake lights and mirrors as well. Check that the bikes have both mirrors. In Bali, it's actually not easy to drive. The more awareness you have around you, the better. So just in case, take the bike that has mirrors and everything else working. Also, some of the bike that I've rented, sometimes the speedometer doesn't work. There is a speed limit in the city in Bali, but most people don't care about that. They just drive as fast as they can, which is not really that fast. For the most part, you will go the same speed as any other bikes. Just in case, when you're renting a bike, take pictures or videos of all the scratches on the bike, because you don't want to pay for scratches you didn't do. I've heard like some horror stories where people had to pay for scratches they didn't do. It wasn't in Bali, but just in case, read the review of the place you rented from before renting bike from there. If you want to skip all that nonsense, just download an app called Melalie, link in the description. Just easier, and you will skip all this headache with knowing everything about the bike before renting. All the prices there are fixed, and you're renting from trusted sources, so worth it because they inspect the bike for you and they actually deliver the bike to your preferred place. So if you're somewhere in Kuta, just use the app and they will deliver it to you. It's so easy. It's a little bit more expensive, but if you want to try it, I provide the code in the description. You will get 10% discount and you will be supporting this channel. Now that you know how to rent a scooter, you're ready for an awesome adventure here in Bali. Good luck. But there are also some unspoken driving rules that you should be aware of while driving here. But that's for another video, so make sure you subscribe. Share this video with anybody who's planning coming to Bali. It might help them as well. See you in the next video.